Moe Szyslak, one of my favourite characters of The Simpsons, voiced by the talented Hank Azaria.
Hi, everybody!
Thanks, Hank. Who also plays the voices for many other characters, such as Snake, Chief Wiggum, Professor Frink, and many more to count. Moe, being the grouchy but lovable owner and the bartender of Moe's Tavern, his local barflies being Homer, Carl, Lenny, and Barney, of which are his main source of companionship. His looks, that he has stated turn his own stomach, makes the ladies view him in a less favourable light. His lack of a deep connection and a troubling past make him get into depressive states, and he frequently tries to unalive himself. In this video, I'm going to dive into the backstory of Moe.
Alright, this is getting exciting.
By first discussing Moe's childhood, which was anything but typical, shaped by economic hardship that forced him to work from a young age. As he once said to Marge, he didn't spend his days at the movies like other kids. Instead, he spent most of his time toiling away at the pierogi factory. As a young child, he had a minor role as Smelly in The Little Rascals, giving him a brief taste of fame. However, his time on the show ended abruptly when a jealous outburst during a scene caused an accident, injuring a fellow child actor. After being dismissed, Moe's future became uncertain. His mother took the wages he earned from the show, leading Moe to sue her. He was awarded $100, which he promptly spent on candy bars and cigarettes. During his early childhood, he probably was in the care of his mother, as Moe states that his mum told him that his father was a circus freak. She doesn't remember which one. When Moe writes poetry, he wrote that he was in the Christmas pageant once. Mum showed up with a new boyfriend. He called me Steve, which further supports the fact that his mother cared for him whilst he was young. However, in later episodes, Moe's father turns up, and we get more backstory on his childhood. His age is not stated, but he could be in middle school. It is revealed that his father's name is Morty Szyslak, and he has a younger brother and sister. His father was a mattress salesman and owned a store called Mattress King. Moe and his siblings would help with the business and its commercials. It is shown that Moe's father wanted him to sabotage other mattress businesses, but Moe refused and was kicked out of the family business and home. Possibly due to his father, in his pre-teens, Moe was sent to a strict summer camp, where he endured long hours of hard work. The tough conditions taught him resilience, hard work, and grit, shaping him into a determined individual. The bad side to this is that his tough exterior would only develop further, making it harder to trust and get closer to others in a meaningful way. As a young adult, Moe would join the Navy. After that, he would then become a boxer, managed by Lucius Sweet. Moe claims his boxing career is a reason why he looks the way he does, as he was first named Kid Gorgeous, then Kid Presentable, Kid Gruesome, and finally just Kid Moe. Later, he would move to Springfield and open Moe's Tavern, which was formerly named Moe's Cavern. In the show, Moe's ethnicity seems to shift throughout the series. For example, in the episode Springfield Connection, Homer conducts a background check on Moe and discovers that his real name is Momar, which is an Arabic name. While this doesn't necessarily confirm that Moe is an illegal immigrant, his uneasy reaction suggests that he's hiding something. Moe's history with crime could explain why he might have changed his name. However, his last name, Szyslak, is Slavic, which complicates the picture, unless Moe comes from a multi-ethnic background. There's a possibility that his name change was for a less suspicious reason. As he mentions in the episode, Eeny Teeny Maya Moe.
Instead of getting a new bar sign, I saved $300 by changing my name to Moe.
Adding to the confusion, Moe is shown with an Italian accent during his childhood in one flashback.
Hey, Mo, what's the matter? You no talk with your accent no more. Mamma mia!
It is further backed up through the Simpsons skybox cards, which states that he was an illegitimate child of an Italian street fruit vendor. However, in the episode Bart Mangled Banner, Moe claims he's on a permanent visa because he's Dutch. Yes, Dutch. These multiple inconsistencies just seem to be a continuity error used for mostly laughs. Moe seems to be a busy man, as throughout the series, Moe has had an array of hobbies, which include funk dancing for self-defense.
Mr. 411, folks. Say some gangster is dissing your fly girl. You just give him one of these. Ooh, hey, ooh.
Gambling with his barfly friends.
All right, I raise a quarter.
How about?
I'm out. I'm out. Oh.
Homer, you want any cards? Homer!
Don't try to eat these so-called chips.
Reading to sick and the homeless.
Wait a second. You're the man at the hospital who reads to sick children.
And truly, she was my friend, Flicker.
Fishing
Waiting, feeling, kind of fragile.
and acting,
You stole my bed! That's my bed!
which is referenced during his childhood, and he states in a later episode that he was a model toe fungus in a Dr. Scholl's commercial. Moe's Tavern is the quintessential dive bar, dimly lit, dingy, and always a little worse for wear. Despite its rundown appearance, Moe has attempted to revamp the place multiple times, often at the expense of his friends and regulars. One of his more memorable makeovers was when he transformed the bar into a family-friendly restaurant called Uncle Moe's Family Feedbag. Unfortunately, this venture was short-lived, thanks to Moe's inability to keep his temper in check and the sheer strain of having to be happy and welcoming to his customers. Moe has tried other drastic changes as well. At one point, he converted the bar into a cigar lounge, which, like his other ventures, didn't quite stick. He also attempted to modernize the bar to attract different, more upscale clientele, only to find the experience unfulfilling and not at all what he envisioned. Then there was the time he turned the bar into a pet shop, because, well, why not? As well as the time when Moe gave his tavern a makeover as an English pub, complete with all the trappings of a classic British watering hole. But no matter what form Moe's Tavern takes, it's always been more than just a bar. It's always the setting for Moe's various shady activities, from smuggling orcas and pandas, serving alcohol during Springfield's prohibition, running illegal gambling operations, selling alcohol without a license, and even burning down the bar for insurance fraud. Moe's crimes are as varied as they are desperate. These schemes usually stem from Moe's deep-seated desire for success and the admiration he never seems to attain. Moe's appearance has been a significant factor in shaping his personality and life experiences. Described as having cauliflower ears, rapt eyes, and a caveman brow, with a hunch to top it off, Moe's looks have consistently held him back and have severely impacted his confidence. Physically, he is far from what most would consider attractive, often leading to his portrayal as a character who is not as seen as a catch in terms of appearance. This physical unattractiveness is not just a superficial trait, it has deeply influenced Moe's self-esteem and how he interacts with the world around him. Moe's personality can also be off-putting, as he often comes across as perverted, awkward, and even hateful. His gruff exterior and crude behaviour make it difficult for others to get close to him, reinforcing his role as somewhat tragic, yet comedic character. However, despite these negative traits, the show does offer glimpses of Moe's more positive qualities. He is occasionally shown to be a kind, caring person, particularly in episodes where he attempts to date or build romantic relationships. These moments reveal a soft side of Moe, suggesting that beneath his rough exterior, there is a man capable of love and compassion. Moe's insecurities and lack of social skills often lead him to sabotage these relationships. He can become overly attached and possessive, which usually ends up scaring women away. This pattern is evident in several episodes, such as in the episode Mona Lisa, we see Moe's creative side when he becomes a poet, showing his potential for depth and sensitivity. But again, his insecurities and a lack of confidence prevent him from sustaining these positive changes. He has, however, had a reasonable amount of dates and relationships, although it has been short-lived, such as in the episode The Seemingly Never-Ending Story, Moe is hit by a bus. Edna comes off the bus and comforts Moe. He then lies about what he does for a living, as Edna states she hates drinking and bars. He then closes his bar and abandons his friends. Moe then steals Snake's rare coins to fund a way to move away from Springfield and start a new life, but Edna wants to stay in Springfield to help struggling students. After Edna, Moe would have a relationship with a newly hired waitress called Colette, although this is very brief and only in one episode, and the character is not featured again. In the episode Dumbbell Indemnity, Moe is fed up with being single, as he says,
Sorry, Homer. It's been 4 years since my last date with a woman.
Homer offers to take him out to find him a date. He asks a woman named Renee who sells flowers out for a date. They go on several expensive dates, but when he maxes out his credit limit, he worries that Renee would leave him due to his finances. Moe then persuades Homer to steal his car and to park it on the railroad tracks so that he can get the insurance money. However, this goes wrong, and Homer ends up being caught with the stolen car, and he is taken to jail. Moe gets his money and wants to take Renee to Hawaii. He confesses to Renee that it was his fault Homer is in jail and creates a plan to get Homer out of jail and to keep the insurance money. Although Renee is not pleased with his idea of digging up corpses and leaves him. This episode shows Moe's vulnerability and his deep-set loneliness and his need for companionship, making him vulnerable to being taken advantage of, as he will go to great lengths to make someone he loves happy enough that they won't leave him. However, this backfires on him. In the episode Eeny Teeny Me and Moe, we see Moe get into online dating. He meets a woman named Maya who has dwarfism. They hit it off and begin dating. He then worries how she may be perceived by others and treats her differently. He then proposes to Maya, but starts making jokes about her size and they break up. Again, his insecurities get the best of him. He worries about what other people may think. Although it's not all bad, as the episode ends on a positive note, surprisingly through some uncharacteristically wise words from Homer. Through his many short-lived relationships, a pattern emerges. Moe will abandon his possessions and his close friends to find a romantic connection, as the fear of losing his partner is so great, paired with his low self-esteem, makes him vulnerable, and it usually leaves him alone and back at square one. One of the most notable one-sided relationships in the series is between Moe and Marge. It's clear which way the affection flows. Moe's infatuation with Marge is not clear, as in the episode Secrets of a Successful Marriage, when Homer and Marge briefly split up, Moe declares his interest of her to Marge. This is not mutual, and so it's possible that Moe's feelings could go further back than this episode. This one-sided infatuation from Moe is an ongoing theme throughout the series. Another episode where Moe's love for Marge is portrayed is an episode where they become business partners, transforming Moe's bar into an English pub as they spend long hours working together each day. Moe's feelings for her intensify, and on a flight to a tavern and restaurant owners convention, he confesses his love for her, only to be gently rejected. This dynamic reoccurs throughout the series, adding a layer of complexity to their interactions. However, Moe's infatuation does become somewhat obsessive, as he's shown to have stolen Homer and Marge's wedding photo book and sticks his head pictures where Homer's would be. The show has recently gone a different route for Moe than what is usual for him. In the episode The Ways We Were, Moe Szyslak rekindles his relationship with Maya, leading them to become a couple. Throughout this period, Moe grapples with profound self-doubt and a fear of Maya potentially leaving him, which drives him to take up residence in Bart's treehouse. Following Homer's encouragement, Moe proposes to Maya and she accepts his proposal. This development suggests a positive shift in Moe's character arc, indicating a potential for a more stable and fulfilling future, and hopefully it sticks. But I'm not too sure on that.
And all I got is a crummy bar full of toxic black mold.
What?
Religion. Throughout the series, Moe references his religion as being a snake handler. For the show, this is somewhat consistent compared to other aspects of Moe's life. Snake handling is most commonly associated with Pentecostal worship, which is a Christian religion. This form of worship is performed by handling venomous snakes and drinking its poison. Their main biblical reason for these practices being Mark chapter 16, verse 17 to 18, which states, "And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover." Although snake handling is part of their worship, they do incorporate music and singing. Such extreme religious beliefs can offer a profound sense of identity and belonging, which Moe deeply craves. Pentecostal worship, which is a tight-knit community, provides him with a supportive and cohesive group that fills a gap in his life. Unlike the distant relationships with his family and the lack of close friendships, the community within Pentecostal worship offers Moe a sense of connection and belonging that he might otherwise be missing. Personal trauma can also cause a person to reach out for religion, specifically extreme religion. His unaliving attempts show he is not mentally sound and needs an outlet for his personal trauma, as religion creates some understanding on why bad things may happen and that there is a reason for it. However, we do see Moe in local Protestant church that the Simpsons family attend, even if he is not a big fan of it.
Aw, for the love of crumb cake.
This could be due to a change in beliefs, or most likely a lack of continuity. Throughout The Simpsons, Moe is often portrayed as a powder keg of aggression, always ready to blow his top. His violent tendencies are likely rooted in a deep well of unresolved issues that seem to stretch far beyond his bar's sticky flaws. One of the show's recurring gags is Bart's prank calls to Moe, where Bart tricks him into saying ridiculous names like I pee freely. Moe's reaction? A predictable cocktail of shouting, threats, and general mayhem. It's clear that Moe is all too eager to charge out of the bar and unleash his fury on a child, only to sometimes feel a pang of guilt afterwards, as he does have a conscience buried underneath all that gruff exterior. He knows right from wrong. It's just that his anger management skills could use a little, or a lot, of work. Moe's temper and his inability to keep it in check often leaves him isolated. He's the kind of guy who pushes people away with his aggression, which only deepens his loneliness, making him even more irritable. Classic vicious cycle. The show subtly suggests that Moe's outbursts might be his way of coping with his loneliness, even though they only drive others further away. It's a tragic loop. The more he lashes out, the lonelier he gets. And the lonelier he becomes, the more he lashes out. It's no wonder Moe is one of the most complex and, oddly, the most sympathetic characters in Springfield. Although Moe Szyslak is often portrayed as a bitter and grumpy character, he possesses a heart of gold beneath his rough exterior. The softer side of Moe is prominently showcased in the Simpsons episode Moe Baby Blues. In this episode, Moe's character undergoes a surprise transformation. Initially, he is depicted as being frustrated and feeling unappreciated by his friends. However, when he is asked to babysit Maggie Simpson, he steps up to the task, revealing a nurturing and affectionate side that is rarely seen. His interactions with Maggie highlight his ability to connect on a deeper emotional level, and he finds genuine joy in the role of caregiver. The episode depicts Moe as he develops a close bond with Maggie, and his interactions with her are filled with tenderness and a newfound sense of purpose. His role within Maggie's life doesn't end with that episode, as he features babysitting for Maggie in the illustrated Simpsons comics and the annual comics, which shows his continuous love for Maggie. This betrayal reveals that beneath Moe's gruff demeanour lies a person who deeply craves meaningful relationships and has the potential to be a loving and devoted family man. The episode suggests that Moe's tough exterior is a defense mechanism, hiding a capacity for warmth and affection. It gives the opportunity that he would likely excel in a family role, showing that his underlying kindness and desire for connection are integral aspects of his character. In conclusion, Moe Szyslak is a complex and richly developed character in The Simpsons, embodying a range of traits that continue to his depth and appeal. While he is often portrayed with some less favourable qualities, such as his bitterness, obsessive tendencies, and occasionally dubious moral choices, these aspects are integral to its character complexities. Despite his flaws, Moe's journey throughout the series reveals a more nuanced and caring side. His interactions with other characters often showcases underlying kindness and vulnerability, whether it's his genuine concern for his friends, his moments of selfishness, or his attempts to improve his life and relationships. Moe demonstrates a capacity for compassion and growth. This duality of his rough exterior contrasted with his sincere heart makes him one of the more relatable and human characters in the show. As the series progresses, Moe's evolution is marked by these moments of personal growth and emotional depth. His struggles and successes offer a reminder that even the most flawed individuals have the potential for redemption and positive change. Moe's character arc, with its mix of humor and humanity, adds a rich layer to The Simpsons, making him a beloved and memorable part of the series.